Hi there, this is Craig, head instructor at Ottawa Swordplay, and today I want to talk to you about curved swords. There's a variety of curved swords from all over the world, and the main thing I want to talk about today is why I like curved swords. And there's a couple of things I need to say about this. First of all, the first one is that I also like straight swords. I like them for different reasons, but I do like curved swords, and there are some particular reasons. And my reasons for liking them, I feel, are like the thing that is most useful about a curved sword. And I've heard a lot of theories about why curved swords were used by people historically at different times. I've heard that they're easier to draw if you're on horseback. Maybe that's true. I haven't drawn swords on horseback. I don't know. I've heard that the curve is easier for working around the head of a horse if you're on horseback. There certainly seems to be more curved swords used on horseback than on foot. But straight swords were used on horseback historically, and curved swords were used on foot. So I don't think it's that. I've also heard that curved swords cut better because they naturally will hit with impact and then slice out of the cut, which is the best way to cut through a person. And that may be true, except for you can do that with a straight sword depending upon how you deliver the cut. You absolutely can. There's no question about it. And in fact, with curved swords, in order to do that, the best way is to draw the cut back a little bit, which is not my preferred way of fighting. Some people love that. That's fine. The other thing is, curved swords typically are not sharp on the reverse edge, and often are sharper on the lead edge, and those two facts are related. So that would be another reason why curved swords might cut better, but I have straight swords that are sharp on the lead edge and not on the reverse edge, and I like those too. So I don't think it's that. Another thing I've heard is that if you are making a sword that is sharp on one edge, it will naturally curve as you're making it. That seems legitimate, but there are ways to straighten a sword too. There's ways to overcome that. So why do I think a curved sword is important? Well, I'm going to bring my friend, the Pell here, over to demonstrate this. So the curved sword changes the angle of everything. And it changes how quickly and in what way you can change the angle of your defenses and attacks. So with my basic attack here, striking in high from the right, really common basic attack, you can see that my point is well offline of my target. But I'm well protected from their sword. I've covered that line really well. All right? But if I rotate my hand, I can strike directly to the arm because my sword curves right over that. Now I'm a little bit more open here, but if we've hit a static moment and I turn and then curve back, I can do that really quickly because it's a rotation of my hand. I don't have to rotate more. I'm going to switch swords for a second here. By the way, both weapons I'm using today are from Last Connect Emporium. I love their stuff. They don't pay me to say that. Here, in order to get that same coverage, my hand has to be further across. In order for me to turn and reach over and strike to the arm, I have to move my whole arm out here. And I'm actually leaving myself more open than I was with the curved sword. Because here, my guard is actually still between the Pell's sword and me. Similarly, let's say they deflect this, they move their sword to the side. With this curve, I can move my tip around to the other side, and I'm already in this position where I'm behind this huge curve, and I'm covered, and I can hit them here, I can hit them here, and I've got this big curved coverage. If I haven't hit them yet here, again, it's smaller motions, smaller actions than here, where I have to drop more away from their blade and leave myself wider open on this side. And just the fact that these things can happen so quickly with such small actions is fantastic. I also showed with this one the changing through here, boom, I'm going for their hand. It's still a bigger action to come around to the other side, and look at this. I'm covered, but I'm not super covered. And now, if I want to cut to here, wide open again. So, there are other advantages to a straight sword. I do love straight swords, but this curve is so beautiful for messing with the angles of your guard, leaving yourself safe, giving yourself bigger cover when you want it, and then quickly switching to less coverage. So, that's my take on curved swords. Final word. I'm not going to have the audacity to say that that is the reason historically that people used curved swords, but I will say it's the most logical reason to me to use a curved sword. Thank you very much.